Here we have a mid-season clash of teams who've earned their spot in the top 25, trying to come up with a victory today and make a big push toward the home stretch. Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, the legendary home of the Fighting Irish. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Baylor Bears, taking on last year's national champions, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Kick it off to get us underway. Fields it just outside the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Aggressive call on the opening play. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Bears.
It's a prime example of how you stretch the defense early in a game. Opening drive, they attack them deep and expose the secondary right off the bat. And not only, Chris, is it a big score, but it keeps the defense honest in the back end and should open up the short and intermediate routes the rest of the way.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Adjusting now to the defense. They're going to the air on the first play. Pulls it in. It's James. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. So an early season test for both teams, a top 25 matchup. Both trying to get off to a quick start here, Kirk, and set the tone for the rest of this one.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year. You're either going to come out fast or fall flat, and one of these teams will experience the latter. This game is crucial for kick-starting your team in the right direction for the season. These kind of games create that type of momentum that they can carry with them on a week-to-week basis. You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They'll run it from the gun. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
There's the handoff. Solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back. It's St. Clair. Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got a receiver wide open here. He takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Now the important point after attempt. And a touchdown. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He steps out at the 21. That's where they'll start the drive. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A huge defensive score. And a pick 6. A monster play by the... Oh, and it's blocked. Picked up by the offense, and he makes something happen. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Ricky behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
And it's a bunch formation. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught quickly. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Caught in the backfield. It's Porter. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Makes the catch. It's Carr. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Chris, that wide receiver screen came close to hitting a seam, but the defense is just flowing to the football too quickly, and they kept him to a short gain.
Here comes the bunch formation. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Grab made by the tight end. That play will move the sticks, set him up first down at the 42.
One of the areas that separates good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offense is on third down passing plays. And that was a perfect call and really well executed.
He keeps it on the design run. Has the first down and more. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. The Bears come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Tries to get it to the running back. That ball snagged for a completion. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of a play.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Big throw caught on the left side. Touchdown, Baylor. They connect for 6. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Play of the drive now from the 25. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. And Kirk, Baylor has the lead here. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Looking to throw. It's St. Clair. A deep shot to the left side. Oh, that one's picked off. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a 2-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Oh, he makes the catch. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
One massive play, and suddenly they're at the plus 45-yard line here. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He's past the marker and still going. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a first down. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. The senior quarterback lucky that didn't get picked off.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Ball handed off. Finding space at the 20. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Bears. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And the ball is picked off. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Quick pass, the catch is made. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver. Look at this result. It's positive yards.
Here's the second down play. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
There you go, defense. Much better job of affecting the quarterback. This guy's already thrown a couple touchdown passes. That time, no chance at all to get his feet set. Nice job of pressuring him and bringing him down for the sack.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Third and very long, looking to throw. He's got a man down the middle. Oh, he didn't get there. The defense makes a stop against this excellent third down offense. And the Bears will bring their punt team onto the field. That's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. And a low line drive, ugly punt. Fielded near the 20. The returner is brought down. Gets a starter in the next drive. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick in the very first play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick catch. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. That play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. On the ground, it's Marshall. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Close to the tight end. He makes the grab. Going over to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
Now the offense will go for a 2-point conversion. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Fired into a tight window and picked off.
Oh, man, that was not a great throw right there. Pass is intercepted on the 2-point try. You have to wonder why they decided to go with that call.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. The first play of the drive now. They're packed up at their own 14. Linebacker shifting around now. Receiver in motion now. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. It's a short completion of the big tight end. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher.
Breaks into the clear. They bring him down, but what an explosive play. And a good timeout call by the offense after the play.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. That's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch hauled in here over the middle.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Looking for a man. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring clip. The offense will now take over at the 30.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
That's Carr. It's Anderson.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have...
Looking deep down the left side. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. Looking to throw. It's St. Clair. Oh, look, he's trucking it deep again. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. A solid return to set up his offense.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Screen to the wide receiver. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. Looking deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They took a shot there on what will be the final play of the quarter. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Bears will kick this away to get the second half